Hey, my friends. My name is Denise Walsh, and welcome back to Transformation Tuesday, where every week I take a new friend through live coaching. And if you guys have been following along with us each and every week, then you know we do something different each time. We'll talk about all parts of the dreaming process. We'll go through the action planner. That's all about, like, how do I put it on my calendar? We'll go through life purpose stuff, like, okay, let's connect to why we're even here. We'll go through, what do I want? Like, how do I take the dreams and actually get it specific enough to put it on paper? And so we've done a lot of different things. And if you've been a part of Transformation Tuesday, give us a heart, share it. Share this with your friends, because today is going to be super special. So I want to introduce to you my friend, Karen Hardy. Karen, say hi.
Hi, hope everybody's having a great evening.
Yay, I know. Thank you so much for saying yes to being a part of tonight. I'm really eager because I feel like we're going to talk about something we haven't done in this way yet. Now, it is a part of the journal. If you guys haven't seen the journal yet, go to Amazon, or you can go to denisewalsh.com and check out the journal. But this is basically your morning routine, right? It's your morning routine to keep you and us, I do it too, so excited about where we're going that we take a step every single day, and we know that that step is taking us somewhere. But let's be honest, if it were easy, we would already be doing it. And so there's things that get in the way of that personal vision, and like the mud, you know what I mean? The journey of it can sometimes slow us down. So Karen, I want to hear a bit from you. I know you've got a lot of passion projects you're working on. You have a big heart and you want to impact a lot of people. When you go through your journal, what is the dream life goal that you are focusing on right now?
Well, my biggest goal right now is my heart is always for moms. And so I just want to bring home as many moms as possible, and not even just like them to their babies, but to let them realize there's more to life, and to be able to find that balance and be able to be the mom, the wife, the woman that God created them to be. And sometimes just life gets in the way of us being able to see the vision that God's put in our hearts, or the path that he wants us to take. Because, life's hard. Being a mom's probably the hardest job ever, but the most rewarding at the same time.
So tell me why you have such a strong passion for moms.
Well, it took me forever to have my babies, and was actually told we weren't able to. And so we have two little miracles, but I'm a salon owner also, and I absolutely love doing hair. I love the connection with my guests and my team and everything. But when I finally was to be able to have children, like, I was working 80 hours behind the chair, doing hair, doing something that I love to do. But I wasn't able to be the mom that God created me to be. And so I was missing out on everything. I was working and wasn't able to be the mom that was able to go to school functions and do the things that I wanted to do so bad. And so it caused, heartache for myself, but it can cause, issues with my husband and I, because he was able to. He didn't have to punch a clock. He was able to, come and go with his work that he did. And I wasn't able to, even though I owned the business, but it owned
Right.
me.
You were the salon owner, but that didn't mean you.
Right. Right. Yeah, no, it owned me, and I wasn't able to. And so, when I got into It Works, it gave me that opportunity to be able to step back from behind the chair. And, God placed the right people in my salon so that I'm able to. And I'll be forever grateful for all of them too, that they are there doing what to keep it going. And we have a great team. And so it's amazing in that respect. So that's where it all started, because I knew what I was missing out on. And I never thought there was more possible, because that was my dream as a little girl. I wanted to own my own salon. I knew that from the time I was probably like 8 years old. And so I was thankful that God, blessed me with that. And those are times that we have those things in our lives, but he moves us forward in other directions too.
Yeah, it is. It's a powerful thing when you're like, I want it, and then we got it, and then our wants sometimes change, and that's okay, and priorities shift. But I think because you have such a passion in your own story, you are excited to share with other moms that they really can have it all. You know, they can be a great mom and they can still thrive personally and hit their own goals.
Right. And, some moms want to stay at home and only be at home and not have a career or have that other avenue. And that's great too, because you can make an impact on the world that way too. But for myself, like, I know that I still want to be able to financially, put into my family and be able to put my girls in private schools and things like that. So I love that you can have the best of both worlds if that's what you want.
So when you picture yourself now helping moms have the best of both worlds and thrive in all areas of their life, what do you picture? How are you helping them do that?
Well, I mean, definitely by able to, I have the business opportunity for them, but my heart is, like, I just want women to know who they are and feel worthy. And I feel like when you don't have all those, like, if you don't have all that in your head, your heart can want so much, but if you're not here, it can destroy us too. So being able to just speak that life into people, and especially women and moms, I mean, if I could give every woman that, to know that you're worth whatever it takes. And there's going to be some hard times and there's going to be some crying times and you're going to be like, what in the world am I doing here? But if you just keep pushing forward, God's going to bless it. He's going to, if he put you in a position, he's going to equip you, even though we may not feel that we're equipped for it. And so just being able to let them know, like, you can do this. Because so many times we just feel helpless, I guess, as moms,
Well, and I can tell you've probably felt those same ways yourself, where you feel like, I want this, but I don't know if I can, and should I? And I feel guilt in both directions, the business and being a mom, and all of the things that life can put on us. Sometimes we allow it and it soaks in, but you're saying we don't have to. We really can know who we are and not allow the life stuff to trickle in and impact our identity as much.
Right. Because it will try to. The world will try to.
And it's easy. It's intentional to create that barrier. Right. I love what you said about alignment, because that's actually what our exercise is going to be about today. When you think about the mud for you, fear that pops up, what would stop you from fulfilling that vision?
Oh gosh. Well, I'm a perfectionist for one thing. So that can paralyze me, because I want everything to be perfect. I mean, like, so if it's not, it will drive me insane. And I've had to let go of that, because nothing ever can be always 100% perfect. And so if it's not going the way I want it to, or the time, that can make it also like, and like, when we want something, we want it, and then if it's not coming in the time manner that we feel, then it must not be right. That's where our head goes, like, well, maybe this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. And then we venture on to the next journey. And if anything's worth having, it's worth fighting for, and you got to put the work in. Like, nothing comes easy. I don't care what it is. You might have the steps a little bit easier than another person, but if you want it, you're going to work for it no matter what. So
perfectionism and seeing sometimes, or feeling like it's slow as molasses rather than quick.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I hear you. We've talked about this. It happens. Yeah.
I like, and like when you were, like, I was really blessed with the business. It was successful. It still is. And I love that. And, so when that God's placed something on your heart and it may not go in the timely manner that you want it to, then it makes you sometimes, like, take a step back. No matter what you're doing, like, I feel like if it doesn't go in the timely manner that we want it to, it makes us, like, kind of look back and say, well, was that really God telling me to do that? Or was this just me feeling that that's what I need to do? So.
And we second guess, don't we?
Oh my gosh.
So we have these big dreams. If you guys can relate, I want to hear in the comments, because you've got these big dreams, right? These big goals, but then we can second guess ourselves. And when we talked about alignment, that's like our head and our heart fighting. And what we want to do is have our head and our heart in alignment. So I'm going to take you through just a short exercise, Karen. And I've never done it on a live before, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit silly, but you guys can do it at home as well. So Karen, what I'd love for you to do is close your eyes. Just close your eyes, relax for a minute. If you're at home, close your eyes, relax for a minute. And what I would like for you to do is picture in your mind a seagull just like floating by the ocean, looking for yummy popcorn. I don't know, whatever the seagull would eat. You know, there is just enjoying, like super serene and peaceful. So when you have that picture in your mind, what I want you to do next is I want you to hold that picture of a seagull in your mind. And I want your body to pretend like it's a jackhammer. So a jackhammer is a construction tool that bounces up and down crazily. So I want you to try to be a seagull in your mind and a jackhammer with your body. Go ahead.
Well, that's hard to do.
It is. So did you like, how did it go? You kind of moved, but
it felt like you were crazy for one thing. Like we want peace. And we got all this.
Okay, so let's try it a different way. All right, what I'd like you to do is close your eyes. And I'd like you to picture yourself as a jackhammer. So a construction tool that's like bouncing up and down and a bit crazy, okay? So picture yourself as a jackhammer. And now I want your body to fly like a seagull. And show me with your body a relaxed, peaceful Okay, so I want to know, how was that for you? Because I remember doing that exercise myself, but I want to hear what that was like for you.
Well, the transition was definitely better. Like when you can, you know, like if you're feeling something crazy, but you can put your head in that more serene, it was better.
It was better?
Yeah.
How was it when you were when your mind was a seagull, but your body had to do something different?
It was harder transition, like it was crazy.
So. You felt chaotic?
Yes.
Your body didn't know what to do because your mind was focused somewhere else.
Right.
Your mind was in, for both situations, right? Your mind was peaceful and your body was crazy, or your mind was crazy and your body was peaceful.
Right.
But when they were out of alignment, when they weren't connected, it was confusion.
Exactly.
Confusion.
Total confusion.
Confusion. Yeah, if you guys are at home, I want you to try this exercise as well, because your body follows your mind. Your body follows your mind. And if your mind is second guessing and your mind is like, I don't know, why isn't it working? Who's, and you're kind of doing the freak out, your heart gets confused and you can't take that inspired action as quickly and as effortlessly and as seamlessly as you can than when the alignment is there.
Right.
Have you seen examples of this in your own life?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So many times. I mean, like even just like day-to-day things like you're supposed to do. And so like your mind's there, but then fear will step in.
Yeah.
And that can totally like wreak havoc on the things that like what's in your heart, what's in your head, like everything there can know the goals that it wants and the direction it needs to go. But when we allow fear to like step into us, like that can paralyze you. So I've learned from my son's like, if I feel like I know I need to do something, like I just gotta be like, okay, just go. Like that 5 second rule, not the 5 second rule we tell our children.
Go do it. Don't even think. Don't allow this to start second guessing. Absolutely. Yeah. So
because we will. I mean, I know I will.
Yeah. Well, and it's especially if it's new, especially if it's something we've never done before. Yeah. So for those of you that have that are in this space right now, maybe you've got big dreams, like this is your heart, like woo, you've got big dreams, you've got big goals, but you're second guessing yourself, or you're experiencing all of this fear. You're out of alignment, and you can still make progress. You can still take action when you're in that space, but it's not going to be as effortless. It's going to feel a lot more resistant because you're kind of like in that way. So what are some ways, Karen, that you strive to be in alignment each day?
Well, I mean, like for myself, like getting up in the morning, like I have to have like a quiet time with God. And sometimes if I don't, like I'm trying to get the girls ready for school and I'm rushing, sometimes I don't have that. But I have found that even if I took him to school and then I'm driving to the salon some days, or I'm driving back home to do things and work and everything, that I can have that quiet time in the car. So like, I feel like sometimes if I don't have it at the house, then I'm like, oh my gosh, I just ruined it for the day. And so for me, that was bad. Like, you can't, God didn't say you have to do it at this time. Like, that was for me, the perfectionist. God didn't say you have to do it at this time, but he wants to have that quiet time. So I know that for myself, like having that quiet time, making sure that I'm setting myself up for success. Mm-hmm. Like that's really key for me. And writing down my goals. And I would have some big goals, and that can be scary, so I've learned to like chunk them down some and just really, if I have so much going on, and I have a lot going on right now, so like I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to do. Maybe this is not what I'm supposed to do, because it just felt overwhelming. And so I've learned that write down what my big goal is, but then write down every little thing that's going to take to reach that, and start checking them off. And it makes it feel like you are being more successful and you're reaching those goals, but just being more intentional with what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. And then when you're in that being space, that alignment space, when you're taking that action, it's going to feel more peaceful. It's not going to feel as chaotic because you're not fighting against yourself. Right. And you guys, the journal, I know what Sarah said. She loves the journal. Yay. I'm so glad, Sarah. That for me has been my morning routine for years, because it allows for both. It allows the being, it allows for gratitude, meditation, really stepping into that heart space and then aligning it with the action, the to do. What can I do today to take a step? Because we know that when our head and our heart are competing, when we've got fear and we've got our dreams, but yet they're masked by all the life stuff, then it can feel way more confusing, and the mud can feel like quicksand rather than just a part of the journey.
The gratitude part I love, because I feel like, like great things can happen in our lives, but that kind of gets override by all the craziness.
Yeah.
We can write those down. Like I've been able to look back.
Yes.
And say, okay, no. Yeah. I definitely have things to be grateful for, but like when you're seeing it on paper, like when you're seeing your goals that you're writing, but then you can see the things that you're grateful every day for. That's what has happened and things like that. It puts everything back in perspective when we feel like things are out of control or out of alignment, because they will feel like that at a time, no matter how hard we try to make things smooth sailing. They will, just because life happens.
Life happens. My friend told me one time, she's like, our only job, in the Bible, it says to strive. The only place it says to strive is when we strive with this connection, and we strive to be intentional with that. And when we've got that connection, life will still happen, but often you don't feel as split and as double-minded or as crazy when it does, because you're kind of just riding the waves with the surfboard rather than trying to like stop them.
Exactly.
Oh, well, Karen, I have seen your hard work. You guys check her out on Facebook. I'll link it below, but she is really being intentional about creating content that speaks to moms, that just creates a space for moms to be, to love who they are and love where they're going, in a community that supports every aspect of our lives. And so, Karen, I've seen you grow, I've seen you step up, I've seen you be loud, and I know your community is seeing it too. So thank you despite the fear and the mud, that you are keeping your vision strong and your alignment connected, so that way you keep taking steps and saying yes too.
Well, thank you for having me, and it's been a pleasure.
Yay! All right, guys, we'll be here. If you are looking for the Dream Life Daily Journal, you can get it on Amazon or denisewalsh.com. And share with me how this type of exercise, the journal, these, the YouTubes, like all the things, tell me how you've been able to take this content and do something with it. I got a message today from somebody who said, I made a physical change in my life because of the material. And you guys, that's what this is all about. It's not just about feeling good, like that's good, but it's really about changing your life from the inside out. So tell me what you do. I'm really excited to hear. So thank you again, Karen, and we'll see you guys in the next one.